What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, we're going to dive into the frost weapons. These are the black ice weapons that you can learn in the exiled lands. These currently are not learnable or obtainable in the Isle of Sipta. As far as I know, there is no frost smith in order to make these weapons. Now, before I jump into the weapons, I'm going to tell you about how to learn these and the location that you need to go in order to find the recipes and where you have to go to craft them. One thing that I want to cover real quick is one of the prerequisites in order to learn these is you do need to know star metal tools in order to be able to actually learn these recipes. And star metal tools is going to be unlocked at level 55. Now, we are currently all the way up here in the north. That's the line of D and E in 14, and we are at the Temple of Frost. Now, you are going to need to fight your way through here. Make sure when you come up here, you have clothing that protects you against the cold, as well as some things that are going to get rid of frostbite or warm you up. So that could be different food items or drinks, but you're going to want something to stave off the frostbite. As you can see, I'm already frostbite just running through here, and if you get hit by the attacks of these guys, they are going to give you a frostbite debuff as well. So you want to make sure that when you come up here, you are prepared for the cold climate. But we are running directly through, straight through, all the way to the back. You are going to need to fight this guy. He is a journey step, but if we run to the back here, there's this tablet that we can interact with. We interact with that, and it teaches us the frost smithing. Now, the list that comes up is currently not fully up to date. There's a lot more weapons that you learn when you interact with this. It is not just the pickaxe, the throwing axe, and the javelin. Leaving this tablet, we're going to turn right back around. We're going to run right back out of this room, down the stairs, and we're going to take an immediate right. Now, if you don't come up here with black ice, don't worry, there is plenty of it to harvest. However, you will need to come up here with some hardened steel tools in order to make these recipes. And here we go, we are entering the room that you'll need to get to in order to craft these different weapons. Once you kill everyone in the room, go ahead and come up to this location, and if we look at it, it says it's the Frost Temple Smithy. We open that up, we can look at all the different recipes for these things. So for the pick, it is a hardened steel pick and 20 black ice. For the arrows, it is a hardened steel arrow and 1 black ice. For the black ice broadsword, it is hardened steel sword and 20 black ice. The black ice daggers is hardened steel daggers and 20 black ice. The black ice greatsword is a hardened steel greatsword and 20 black ice. The black ice javelin is a hardened steel javelin and black ice. The black ice longsword is 1 hardened steel sword and 20 black ice. The black ice maul is hardened steel hammer and 20 black ice. The black ice shield is hardened steel shield and 20 black ice. The black ice spear is a hardened steel spear and 20 black ice. The black ice throwing axe is 1 hardened steel throwing axe and 1 black ice. The black ice war axe is actually a hardened steel hatchet and 20 black ice. Now that you know what it takes to make them, let's go ahead and look at their stats. So the black ice arrows are going to do 21 health damage and 9% armor pen. Now you use the hardened steel arrow in order to make those, which has a health damage of 15 and an armor penetration of 16. So it's a pretty big upgrade to go from the hardened steel arrow to the black ice arrow. And really, if you've got a stack of hardened steel arrows already from looting or crafting, it's not a big deal to just run up here and upgrade those arrows. The black ice throwing axe is 51 health damage and 0 armor penetration. The black ice javelin is 54 health damage and 19 armor penetration. The black ice daggers are 42 health damage and 19 armor penetration. The black ice broadsword is 67 damage and 9 armor penetration. The Black Ice Longsword. Now remember, the broadsword and the longsword are both crafted with the same hardened steel sword, but this one has health damage of 48 and 9 armor penetration. However, I would recommend you just make the broadsword for use. You can obviously make both of them and hang them on the wall if you want to. They both look really cool. But if you're planning on using them, definitely make the broadsword over the longsword. The Black Ice War Axe has 51 health damage and 0 armor penetration. The Black Ice Shield has 42 health damage and 14 armor penetration. The Black Ice Maul has 54 health damage and 49 armor penetration. The Black Ice Greatsword has 60 health damage and 24 armor penetration. And the last on our list is the Black Ice Spear with 48 health damage and 9 armor penetration. Now it's important to note that none of these weapons can gain increased stats from using a thrall, since they're all crafted at the Frost Smith in the Frost Temple. You should also know that the Black Ice weapons do cause a debuff to temperature, but that's only going to be effective in a PvP scenario. In PvE, it does absolutely no damage to the NPCs. And I want to know what you think of the Black Ice weapons in the comments section below. The whack moments in this video were sponsored by my legendary supporters. Thank you very much. If you'd like to become a member, you can click the button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not a subscriber, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video. Now, if you're not done watching, there's 2 videos on the screen. You could pick one of those to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.